Hey everybody, it's Warboss Fitz, coming to you on this Wednesday episode with something completely different from what you're used to. Now, something that has been brewing for a while, but I just heard about it about 2 weeks ago, is the video game called Soul, or SOVL. I'm just going to call it Soul because I've heard people try to say that with a V and it's just funny. Soul Fantasy Warfare. Now, this is a game that you can get on Steam that is free to play. You can download it for free. Comes with 5 races in the game, and it is a fantasy game simulator. We're going to get into it here in a minute. Something that I did notice when I was reading this page here is Soul is a rule set for playing fantasy war games. It can be played with miniatures on a table or digitally on Steam. Oh, and it has very positive reviews. So I did a little bit of digging. It says you can play it with miniatures. I'm like, okay, well, how? What? Who does this? So I went online, went to Google, typed in SOVL miniatures, and I was able to come up with a blog. This is what it looks like. But then you can click on the button that says play the game here. And I did notice in the game itself there is no tutorial, but it looks like here it is. It explains how you start the game, how you play the game, the objective of the game, rolling dice, teaches you what the setup and deployment is of the games. The game loop, it teaches you what the different turns of the games are. Starting with the charge phase, it teaches you how to declare a charge, the side charge, counter charge, fleeing from charges, the movement, terrain, combat phase, teaches you how all of that works, the unit stats and types, the equipment and what it does, and it gives you a list of all the factions, and you can actually use this. You can see there's a point value associated with things. You can actually use this as rules for a war game, if you so desired. So I just think that's really neat that you can choose to do it online, or if you want to do war game style on a tabletop. It takes a little bit to find it, but the rules are available. Point costs in like army books, these would be considered army books, are available for it. But where there is a digital element of it, 9 out of 10 people, they're just going to play it online. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a game, and I'm going to see how I am at video game commentary. Let's start off. They have one campaign called the Trial of Death, and here you can see the different armies up in the corner. I have not paid any money into this game yet because it's free to play. Why would I? You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the free to play, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the paid for factions. Let's go ahead and play a game. Let's start with the Greenskin tribes. Now, as you can see, I've played through the campaign a few times. Every time you play through it and you're able to complete the campaign, you get a new challenge level. So when you choose your commander, you then get to choose 2 starting units. Your commander is always going to start out with a foot troop of the army, and then you get 2 semi-random units that you can start with. So we got goblin short bows, goblin spears, or goblin wolf riders. Let's go with goblin short bows. And I have unlocked some stuff, so the giant is available. Let's go ahead and start with the giant. Can't go wrong with the little dudes and the big dudes. So as you can see here in the corner, this is your legend for what is going to be the different encounters. We have battles, which are self-explanatory. Random events. Sometimes you go find a cave. You'll lose some troops and get some money and a piece of equipment. Sometimes you find discounted troops. We got an armory where you get to buy new units or equipment for the units you already have. An elite battle where you're going to be fighting against an army that has a commander just like you with commander abilities. And a campsite where you can lay your little green head down to rest. And as you can see, they are semi-randomly generated. Like the 4th one here, anyway we go, we're going to an armory, and then it's a random in between them, and then another armory here, and then the last one is the act boss. It will be a stronger than normal army, and the difficulty ramps up as you go through. So let's start off. It looks like we're going to hit a random encounter. No, anyway we go. Let's start off here. And our first opponent is going to be Shambling Host. So we're going to be fighting the undead first. Then we roll to see who goes first and everything. It looks like me. I win with a 2, as usual. The rolls kind of, as usual, my rolls kind of suck. I'm going to put the chief here, short bows, and the giant supporting them. Normally they have some little generic fantasy music, but I like to listen to podcasts or other music, and I'm going to edit this apart for you guys because I don't know what I'm talking about. It's going to take a few takes for things, so this is not going to be the in-game music. So we get to start off. Let's go ahead and just giant moves forward. These are the inches that it can move. You can rotate it by grabbing that little bubble. Right-clicking undoes your last action. This over here is the different stats of the unit. I know none of this is really going to make sense to you right now, and honestly didn't make sense to me for the first 5 campaigns that I did. So, fighting against the undead, giant moves straight forward. You can hit your spacebar or double click to confirm a move. And then for our sharp bows, you click on those, and you just like wheel over an enemy, and you can see what the range is. So we're going to go to here. And then fire. 5 up to hit. We got 4 hits. They made 3 out of 4 saves. And then done. And the war chief to there. And done. So now you do your charges at the beginning of the turn. We're gonna have our war chief to here. Giant to here. And you can see the arrow coming back, they're counter-charging. So, everything comes together. And then our goblins are just going to go, no! We shoot you. There's another 3 skeletons. And then our war chief here has an ability. So normally when you are in combat, you don't get to do anything until the combat phase, but he has this war cry ability to give everybody +1 power this turn. Why not? Let's get to fighting. War boss misses completely. Of course he does. 4 hits. 4 dead. 5 hits. 4 dead, and we draw. Giant, 4 hits. One by 3, and then the undead, and when the undead fail a morale test, like other games, they crumble instead of running away. So our goblin archers are now engaged. Right to the combat phase. Giant time. Ooh, all hit. But he lost 2 to the crumble. This one's going to be a little spicy. There's 4 goblins. Wow, goblins are 3 to hit. Okay. And the goblins fail their break test and they run away. Skip charges, they don't have anything to charge. War boss to there. Done. Oh, giant is still fighting, so let's try to rally. And we rally. Giant fight. Okay, we eliminated that unit, and then the war chief is going to counter charge in there. That's all we can do at the moment. And even though our goblins have short bows, and they should be able to make this, you can't shoot at stuff in combat, like usual games. Then right to fighting. So we have won the game, and this is the screen you come to next. So we got down to... So we lost 8 of the warriors in that unit. We gained 3 back at the end of the game. So we now have 4 out of 14 models. So we are going to get more back. So we choose to replenish more models instead of looting. The short bows, 12 out of 15, yeah, we'll loot with those. And the giant, loot with him. On to the next fight. Let's do the random thing. Why not? So here we go. We get asked for a gift. We get to choose one unit. Let's put it on the warriors. And you either completely recover the unit or unit rerolls failed damage save. So let's go ahead and do that. Divine Protection. Next fight. We got some orc on orc crime going on here. I'm happy with that deployment. Boar riders and warriors. So I will activate the giant first. And with the X and C button, you can see the charge angles. So that giant will be able to get the flank of those boar riders. Done. A little bit of short bow. 1 wound. They have 2 wounds apiece on the boars. So done. Now the giant, since the boars decided they were going to charge here first, the giant can intercept them to stop that charge. And that's it for now. And where the warriors moved up, our war boss can be sneaky. Put him a little bit further. Put himself out of their charge arc, but in his charge arc. So the war boss is going to be able to hit them in the flanks as well. Double click. Done. Goblins move forward. And just do goblin things. Got 1. And done. Alright, giant won by 3, but then those boar riders held. War boss in the flank. Yeah, go ahead. We're going to activate that. And then he's got no one, the goblin's got no one to shoot at, so we're just going to skip. He's going to sit there and wait. Back to fighting. Ooh, and the boar boys actually won against the giant. Well, the giant held. Now here in the flanks, whenever you hit a unit in the flank, they only get to fight back with the amount of models that are on that flank. So instead of the 14, he's going to fight back with 3. All right, 2 hits. And we save anyways. And we're going to skip charges, because I found that whenever you charge into the enemy, they have a chance to rally again. But if you don't charge into them, you can still shoot them, but if you don't charge into them, they don't get a chance to rally. They just continue running. So that's the plan. Just continue running, buddy. And the war chief will come up right behind him. Time for the giant. We draw. The giant is down to, he's going to be down to 3 or 4. Did that actually update? Yeah, just down to 4. No, no. Skip the charges. Goblin stuff. Done. Oh, go around the puddle. Just in case. There we go. He broke. The enemy's completely broken. It means we win. Now we get to level some stuff up. Let's level up the giant. We're gonna give him +1 attack. Do some more damage, buddy. And then the goblins +1 because they're goblins. They suck. Loot with the giant. Loot with those. Get some more orc back. So now we go to here, and you kind of want to look ahead to what's coming up. Now we can go here, rest, blah, blah, blah. But we're orcs, we don't want to do that. Let's do this line up here. Fight, epic fight, fight, random, blah, blah, blah. We got 282 gold. Do we want another giant? That's, that could be a thing. Yeah, let's do another giant, and then we will give our leader a great weapon for +1 power and +1 charge bonus. And fight. I don't want to rest, I just got another giant, but we're fighting the dirty knife ears. Ready? Oh, wait. Let's put these two together. They're going to be our Bash Brother unit here. So we got a chariot, cavalry, ranged cavalry. Okay, we're gonna go forward with the war boss. We're gonna see what this chariot does. Okay. Here to here, and as you can see, we can hit that chariot in the flank. Short bow is firing back. Ooh, 8 out of 10 hits. Oh. Who's a better archer now, elf boy? Alright, here we'll do this. We'll put that giant just out of that charge arc, just to keep these lancers out of the fight for right now. Okay, that's gonna happen. And that's gonna happen. Okay, war boss, we're gonna set him. Ooh, can't run through your own troops. I'm gonna set him there so he'll hit the flank. And then this giant. Okay, we can't really pull that. Okay, this giant, I really don't want to get charged by a bunch of cavalry. So he's going to set him there. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog snoring in the background. Okay, draw. Oof. Okay, that there, sometimes it happens. I did a whole whopping 1 wound to him, completely whiffed, but we had the +1 to the combat resolution because we hit him in the flank. So, Draws happen. Oh, and I can sneak that through there. Awesome. Fine, we'll activate it. Hopefully this is going to be the end of the game. This one turn. Okay, they killed off 3 goblins. And the unit's dead already, but we still have to go through the motions. We beat the crap out of the chariot, and it breaks right off the board. And Lancers in the flank. One by 2. See, that's why I wanted to hit him in the flank, because that was only 2 of them fighting. If it was that whole regiment, that giant would not be having a good day. And we are done. Level up. More money. And we are going to make the unit bigger. And then add more orcs to the unit. And we lost 6 of them down to money. The goblin short bows, their combat potential kind of sucks anyways. Giant, money. Money. Continue. Now we are in epic fight territory. We're fighting Gundrick, Anvilhide. Okay, deployment-wise, we're going to do short bows over here. You know what these are? In the industry, we call that bait. Alright, what you got? Ooh, he's got a cannon. Warriors, veterans, and berserkers. So what we're going to do... That cannon has screwed itself. It doesn't... They can't shoot anything from there. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. And then Dwarf Berserkers. Dwarf Berserkers have Frenzy, so if they charge me, they get to reroll their attacks. So what we are going to do... There. Oh, the cannon can shoot me through the trees. What the heck? Okay. A bit. You shot the world's toughest goblin. What we're going to do with those berserkers is we are going to do this. That means that we're going to hit them in the flank somewhere. Turn 2, no charges. No one's in range. Wait. Oh, I could, but I don't want to. Okay, so... Oh, can I do a rear attack? No, not quite. Best I'm going to be able to do is a flank. So... There we go. Done. And just because I'm in difficult terrain, I can't get around. If I was wanting to go for those berserkers, I could do this and do that. But then I'm still in that charge arc. So we're just going to do this just to make things odd. He's going to shoot the goblins. Yeah, he didn't shoot the tough ones this time. I'm sure you all get to hear my old dog in the background just grunting. She woke up, so she had to stretch and charging time. We're gonna start here. 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 He did something. I'm not sure what he did. Oh, he turned on shield wall. Okay. So we'll activate our screaming power. And kill more goblins. I'm fine with you shooting goblins. It must be because he's got, like, the nose of the cannon in the forest. Oh, so shield wall means gets to reroll failed saves. Okay. Ten or lower. Yeah, dwarves are hard to break. They're stubborn little buttheads. Okay, that's fine. So even though they didn't charge, they still got to reroll hits. And they held, so we might be in trouble. Charges, nope, no charges. Stop picking out the grots. We'll shoot you back. Oh, he don't care. He don't care. Come on, RNG. Okay, one by one. They're still stubbornly sticking there. Come on, giant. Still draw. Come on. And then this is going to be rough. It's a draw. Oh no. My shock and awe giants are not shocking or awing. Get in there. Right to fighting. One by three. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, there we go. We got some stubborn dwarfs. Really stubborn. Oh goodness. Yeah, one. Uh-oh. Oh, he won by one. Hey, we broke him. Oh. Oh. There we go. It's a draw. I'll take that because now he can't fire the cannon, even though the only one he was firing at was the goblins. I'll take it. This guy, I do not want to charge there. Let them just keep running. Maybe he'll come up with something. I don't know. So that blessing that we got from before that allows me to reroll the saves That seems to be the only reason why we're winning this fight. Because it definitely isn't by breaking them. They missed completely. Feel the wrath of my giants. He don't care. Good lord. Come on, goblins. Come on, goblins. Oh. And their leadership sucks. I only lost one. Lost by one. Need a 4. Yeah, they're gone. So now he's going to fire at the giant unless... Yeah, he's going to fire at the giant. Oh! Oh, or he just really hates that goblin. Alright then. I will take that. If we could just get past the lip over here. Maybe. Since we just got past that lip there, maybe he can get a flank charge. If they're still around, we'll see. And one thing I've noticed too is that the dice rolling just seems to be an arbitrary thing that the computer makes you do, but it already knows what's going to happen before it actually shows you what the dice does. So like there you saw that I failed 2, but I had a reroll, but only 1 death marker popped up before the reroll. So that means the computer knew what it was going to be. It just let me go through the motions to make me feel better about it. Right, level up our new giant with extra attack. And the thing too, with single entity models like the giant, he's always going to come back with 1 wound at the end of the battle. Doesn't matter how badly he gets mauled. So, unless I'm going into like the final fight, I'm just going to keep all my single entity things looting. The goblins, we need more goblins. So we're at 7. And then these guys, loot. On to the next fight. Some a mining crew. Interesting. Put the chief here. Goblins there. Ready. Oh, dwarf miners. Alright, dwarf miners, they have, what are they called? Explosive charges. So they got a short range explosive charges. It's like little short range cannons they fire off. You'll see, because there's 2 of them, it's probably going to happen. Ooh, and the warboss has locked himself in. Gotta kind of wiggle our way out of there. That was an already wounded giant. So if I push him all the way forward, he's still not going to be able to reach. So we're going to push this guy all the way forward. We're going to have this guy bend here. We'll see if the AI takes the bait to shooting at the one that's closest. Yep, nothing to charge. Yep, here we go. 3 hits with the explosive charges. Lose 1. I mean, I've had worse. You know what? Just all the way forward. Let's see what happens. That was probably a bad move. Yeah, it was a pretty bad move. We'll have him over here to here. Just going to get a flank charge on the miners. I'm just going to angle him like that there. Done. Get all of our charges out. Confirm. Activate the war cry and skip moving because those goblins can stand there and just watch how real orcs fight. Watch how the real orcs get it done. Alright. That reroll really saved us on there. 1 by 2, but they're dwarfs. Of course they stick around. Oh, barely. He's got 1 wound left. Alright. Gonna have the giant join in here. And that's it. Just because something funky can happen, start him over here, skip everything else. Again, those goblins can stand there and bask in the awesomeness that are orcs and giants. Alright, 1 by 6. Yeah, okay, they're done. It's a single dude. Yeah, he's done. Alright. And it doesn't really matter how good your units do in the game, they're always going to get that 1 XP. We're going to give them +1 wound. Then our short bows. Okay, need more goblins. There. Loot and loot. Continue randomness. Okay, here we go. Enter the darkness. Send in a search party. We're gonna send in the goblins. All 9 of them. Get me stuff. So we lost 3. We got 113 bucks. It's not a bad thing because now we're going to here. 450. Okay. Ooh, we can get a second war chief. Let's do that. Let's bring in a second war chief. And then orcs give them +1 attack each. And a great weapon for our war chief. 65 bucks left over. Let's save that. So now after this, we go right into the act boss fight. So we're going to want to try to conserve a little bit here. So again, my deployment's rather simple. Giants over here because they have the better movement and they're going to be able to lock down this area. Hopefully, short bows doesn't really matter. Put them here. Their speed bump. War chief and war chief. Oh wait, this is our war chief on the boars. War chief on foot. There we go. Okay, so we get to go first. I don't want to go first. I want them to make the first move. Hey, they got one. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Done. Oh, just out of range. There we go. Now we're in range. Beautiful. Done. charges. We're going to have our war chief. It's going to be able to intercept them on the flank, and that's all we're going to want. Just like any other rank and flank game, flanking is the superior option. And because of that, we're going to move him here. He's the bait unit. Goblin's going to shoot. They get another one. And then they are going to do goblin things this direction. Oh, they're not going to be able to get a range. Okay, goblin things this direction. Yes. So they're out of that flank and have given me the flank of these warriors. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we're out there. Might be out there. No. Yep, that's going to be what I want. Then I forgot about this unit, really. They're going to go there. So let's have a fight. I'll activate. We don't need it. It's just one boar we're going to be fighting against. Ooh, 1/6. And thankfully, orcs are not as disciplined as the dwarves are. But, fine, countercharge him. Look at this. I mean, I guess. Oh well. Bye, goblins. That's all I can say is bye. But what that does, it'll put the giant in their rear. See? Done. This guy here, he's going to be done, and we're going to use his war cry since I have 2 war bosses now. Ooh. Oh, I got the giant. Sorry, the giant still gets to fight. With a whole whopping 2 attacks. We got one. That's the best I can hope for you, little gobbos. This should work in our favor here. Yeah, definitely. Run away. That's another thing too, is when the units rout, sometimes they can be put into interesting spots. Like, I'm gonna leave that there just because it's gonna muck everything up. Just gonna charge with that remaining giant. We'll have him go this way. Done. Now our boss go here. And done. Oh, and rally. Oh my god, he rallied. Okay. And since we're fighting in the rear of the orcs, they don't get to fight back. Okay, we're probably going to lose that giant this turn, just because that is a lot of orcs going into them. Put the boar boys on the side. And that's that. Done. I'm putting that guy in there just to be kind of a weird speed bump. And we're in each other's arcs, so we're going to bring it back a little bit. There we go. I'm going to hold off on that on one more turn, see if I can deal with this first. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Those orcs can't hit nothing. Hey, we didn't take any wounds. Look at that. Right away. Alright, intercept there. Oh, no, no, let's not do that. So just the boar boys. I'll have this giant to here. Oop. To here for next turn. Oh wait, done. And we'll just bring these guys. Wait, I can't go back. I already accepted it. To there. Just to be a little weedy butthead. He missed anyways. Alright, so our next fight is against the Act 1 boss army. So, with that in mind, boar riders are full, they can loot, level up on the warriors. Skill +1, a little better. Give them warriors. Do +1 attack here. More goblins. He's full, so he's gonna go looting, and it is orcs. We're fighting against Drasgog. Okay, we got a big old piece of impassable terrain in the middle. So what we're going to do? Okay, we're gonna put our. This giant, since he's wounded, we're going to call him the bait giant. The bait giant's going to go here. And the war chief with the boars. War chief with the boys. Boys, boars. Yeah, that's not going to be confusing for me. And the short bows. Alright, boy. Warriors, brutes. Trolls in a chariot. Awesome. And he kind of blocked everything there, so we are just going to swing wide there. There, so in case anything does move down here, we're going to get a flank some way. Okay, those trolls do have a longer threat range. So, let's go and activate here. That chariot is just going to happen. There's not much I can do about it. As I'm moving stuff around. We're going to do it like that so that when the chariot does charge... Oh wait, I can get the charge back. Alright, so we're going to meet in the middle here in some kind of... This is going to be our frontage. Alright, done. Short bows. Didn't know what I was expecting. Done. Okay, this charge. Charge me back. I could do that, but we're not going to do that. Yeah, see, there's the frontage. All right, we're gonna activate him first, just so that we can see the enemy activate something like that. So we can do that. Oh, goblins. You're gonna get charged by somebody, so you're gonna muck things up. Just get in there. I don't know if this is going to work, but we shall try. See if I can get a flank on those trolls. He's gonna try to go there, so we're gonna do this. And this, so we can get a flank there. Done. That'd be real nice if we could wipe this out. And we only lose... Oh, we don't lose any in the process. Awesome. Alright, charges. Yes, hit the flank. Sacrificial goblins. Hit the flank. Hit the flank. There we go. Yes, confirm. He's war cried. I'm gonna war cry. Alright, the plan here is if those trolls do stick around, they're gonna have to turn to engage the giants. If they don't stick around, then this war chief has the ability to do something over here. Speaking of, let's see if what happens. Ooh, I did a whole 2. Well, hey, we won by 3. And they broke. We'll take that. Bye, goblins. Whenever someone says chaff unit in one-page rules, this is what we mean. It's a unit that's not that important if they die. They died doing something important. They mucked up that whole area of the battlefield for the enemy. Ooh. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Ooh, come on, distraction giant. Oh, distraction giant won by 3. Oh, goodness, they're gone. Okay. Okay. This didn't go perfectly to plan, and oh, they're going to charge the rear of the giant. Alright, then we'll hit that flank. No. That looked kind of questionable, guys. I don't know about that charge. Yeah, it figures. Okay, we are all out of war cries. I'm not gonna be able to get that. I'm not gonna be able to get in the rear, so flank is fine. We got him by 2. This is not... Hey, we still won. Okay. And they still held. That's okay. They're going to get a giant right in the side next turn. You know, it's not that bad. Come on, giant. Hey! What's gonna happen? Oh! Oh! Okay, so we're definitely gonna win that. This questionable. That we're gonna win that. I have confidence. And the only action I have is my lone goblin has decided to stop running. Awesome. Ooh. It's alright, we're still winning though. Oh, we won by a lot. Okay, this has turned into a good fight for us. Win by 7. You can't hold. Yeah, 0 or lower, they just cannot hold. Under this magnitude of power. Ugh. Okay. Did not expect that, but okay. One by 6. 1 by 5. It doesn't matter. They're all dead. Awesome. The only thing that really matters is that. Confirm. Gonna move some stuff around just for, GPs. Let's see what happens here. And we give our war boss +1 attack, a little bit extra healing, and then +1 wound to our giant here. So we're going to move on into act number 2, so the fighting does not stop for the orcs. And that is where we are going to end it. And as you can hear, the dogs are starting to go crazy, so we're going to end it there. We're going to save and exit, and then we will come back to this at a later date, and I will get to show you act number 2. So that's everything I got for you today. Remember to keep having fun with all the one-page rule systems out there, and I hope to see you cross the table for me someday. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is Warboss Fitz. Today we are going on a little bit of an adventure. I have decided that it's time to upgrade the gaming table, and after being inspired by a couple of different videos that I've seen online, we're going to try to make a gaming mat. Now, I could just go buy a $70 or $80 gaming mat like everybody else, but being a cheap old man, I have decided that I'm going to try to make one myself. And let's get the parking spot here. So what's going to happen, we're going to start here. Alright, we have an entire table length of green felt. It's a little bit, high-vis green that I wanted, but so far cost is $8.46. Let's see how much more we can go. Alright, next step. I'm realizing this is kind of turning into a video for a Dodge infomercial here, but next step, we are going to get some hills to put underneath it. So we are headed over to the man store, to Home Depot. Day job perks. I get to park in the pro section. Now Now, for doing entire tables worth of terrain, you could go for the big, long sheets of insulation, but we're going to be putting it underneath. So all we're going to need is these 1-inch pieces over here, $9 a piece. I think 2 will be good for us for now. I didn't notice the big old half off sign in that section. So there we go. $9.51. We have 8 square feet of 1-inch foam. Now it's time to head back to the garage. Now here we are back in the garage where I have to clean off the table. Yes, I am lazy and leave everything left set up from the week before. All right, table's all cleaned up and we have our mat down. Looks like it's a little short on this side, but you know what? For $8, I'll deal with it. Now it is time to go to work. There we go. So that is the base mat that we've come up with. Now it's time to go mess with that styrofoam. Now we're down in the basement and I don't have a good way to record 2 feet by 2 feet down here. I'll work on that someday. But you take your pieces of styrofoam and you edge out some vaguely hill-shaped stuff and then you hack it out of the cardboard. There we go. And then you take your handy dandy cheapo hot knife and you just cut out a hill shape. Now we have a 1-inch brick. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shape the edges. And we're left with something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you'll see why. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue hacking stuff up, and I'll see you back out in the garage. So back out in the garage, here we have one of those 2 foot by 2 foot panels cut up. I'll cut some more later, but as you can see, we've got some hills. Now let's go over here to the corner, and I'll show you what we can do with that. You just take these, slip it underneath. Now you have a natural hill. You can take a larger one, stack the pieces on it. Now you got a 2-inch hill. I'm gonna have to beat this mat up a little bit to make sure I break apart the fibers a little more so it doesn't pop up like that. But you guys get the idea. So there we go, new game mat, new hills here. Total cost, what was it, like $17? It may not look as good as those pre-printed neoprene mats, but you know what this is? Good enough for this garage. That's all I got for today. I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.